Hey, hopefully this is working. I don't have my main guy, Sean, here helping me out today. His jeans are a bit dirtier than usual. And to be honest, mine are a bit dirty as well. I'm not feeling the best, but I'm feeling good enough to be here with you. And look forward to sharing you some great information. So let's see here if I can see. I can actually probably go on my phone, right? So just give a few minutes for other people to hop on here. Yep. That's a trip. I see myself. So just give a comment below of where you're from. If you're in Florida or Houston, uh, I'm hopefully you're doing well. And the fires here in Washington, Oregon are pretty intense and pretty smoky, but it's a lot better now. So you guys hear me okay? All right, looks like fantastic. So yeah, someone asked, how am I feeling after surgery? Well, I'm doing actually pretty well. I feel quite good. I'm moving around, and I just had an inguinal surgery. If you weren't sure about that, did a lot of landscape construction back in the day, and I grew up on a horse ranch, so a lot of physical labor. But I'm good now. So, and I highly, highly recommend if you do need hernia surgery to go mesh free. That's the best way to go about it, and that's what I did. I don't want any foreign objects in my body. Thank you. So, we've got some things to talk about today. Um, what are dirty jeans? How our jeans get dirty, and how do we clean them up? But before I do that, I want to say welcome to Ty. Um, you're living in Orlando by way of Cleveland. Boy, yeah, I heard Orlando got spared a bit. That's great. So glad you're doing well. Kelly, Illinois, not Chicago. What do you mean by not Chicago? Um, so you not a Cubs fan? Um, Ave Maria, Orlando. Yeah, I'm doing good. Ohio, great little quiet place. Never been there. Wouldn't mind checking it out someday. So, um, yeah. So, what are dirty jeans? Oh, Brooklyn, Jordan, Oregon with the smoke. Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And Carol, Fort Mill, Kelly, Southern Illinois. So let me give you a little thing that I want to do today. I didn't announce this, but tag 3 of your friends who you think would most likely benefit from this information and hearing today about what a dirty gene is. You know, some of your friends might be on the fence, like, the genetic stuff isn't for me. Maybe tag them, give them a little shout out and say, hey, maybe you should listen to this and hear what Dr. Lynch has to say. And then share it to your wall also so you can watch it later and your friends can see it. So if you tag your 3 friends who could most benefit from this and share it, we're going to pick a winner next Thursday, or actually this Thursday, because when we're going to talk about dirty genes again with the MTHFR gene, we're going to pick a winner and announce then. And what you will get is a Dirty Genes course bundle along with the hard copy of the book Dirty Genes. So again, tag 3 of your friends who could most benefit from this, share it to your wall, and that's it. And we'll announce the winner next coming Facebook Live. So right to it here. What are dirty genes? And, when I was talking about getting the manuscript ready for Dirty Genes, I was facing some, what would you say, some very big push from individuals who were supporting me in writing the book. And what they really wanted me to do was to call the book The 7 Deadly Genes. Now, do you think calling dirty genes as 7 deadly genes a good idea? I don't. 1, it's not empowering. 2, it scares the crap out of me. And 3, they're not deadly at all. The beautiful thing about the genes that I write about in the book Dirty Genes are that you can really clean them up. You don't need expensive lab testing, and you can do basic lifestyle things and then tweak things in a very methodical fashion that is strategic. You don't guess, really. And that's the beautiful thing about this. I've done this for so long that I know what questions to ask. I know what nutrients to recommend. I know what lifestyle changes to do. I know what food things you should and shouldn't eat for each one of these 7 genes. So I wanted to call it Dirty Genes. And my wife came up with the concept of, you know what, we should make the dust jacket cover for Dirty Genes look like someone is wiping it clean. So when you see that swipe on the book, Dirty Genes, I don't have one here. I should, next time I will. But that swipe is to denote that, yeah, all it takes is just like cleaning a dirty table that's got some dust on it, you wipe them clean. So that is what Dirty Genes is. Dirty Genes is all about understanding that your genes are malleable, they can be cleaned up, and they're not a death sentence, right? We all have SNPs, about 40,000 of them a piece, right? That are pretty significant to some extent, and a lot of them aren't as well. So that's a dirty gene. And I had a functional medicine practitioner review my book the other day, and she wrote a really interesting thought. And let me read her email here. I'm going to open this. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Come on. So where is it? Looking here. Oh, it did crash. Oh my gosh. But I'll just say it here. So what dirty genes, what she thought dirty genes is it means like you're stuck. To them, it said, my dirty genes are stuck, and it's nothing I can do about it. No. And as my book manager, Courtney, said, on page 21, I really laid out clearly that a dirty gene is simply something that our lifestyle, our diet, our mindset, which is commonly forgotten, and the things that we eat, the things we don't eat, and the exposures that we are receiving from the environment all the time. I'm not on Wi-Fi right now. Hopefully you aren't. And if you are, doesn't matter. You can clean them up later. But those are the things which clean up those are the things which dirty your genes. Lifestyle, diet, mindset, environment. And we hit those hard. So, and then how do your genes get dirty? The same way, right? Same way. So if you are living in an environment which is not conducive to your health, like those in Houston are exposed to a lot of E. coli in the flooded waters, right? I mean, that's a big issue. So you're out there rescuing people or your friends or your neighbors, and you're in that water, sacrificing your health for the moment. And that's a very noble thing to do. You're going to get dirty, but you're out there saving people's lives. So right on, and yeah, you might get E. coli, but you can fix it. There's lives to be saved, and you do it. You sacrifice it. So that's the concept of dirty genes. Also, the other fact of the matter is I eat like crap sometimes. Sometimes I want a bag of chips. I love crunchy, salty stuff. And, do I know that they're bad for me? Yeah, I do. But I'm human, and I love the dopamine hit that it gives me. And maybe the next day I don't eat it. And I very rarely eat them, but I don't beat myself up over it. So play hard, enjoy it, and don't beat yourself up over making choices that are wrong if you're having fun with it. If you're having fun making choices that are going to bog you down, you have a party at your house, or you stay up all night watching movies and you just want to binge out on movies, go for it. Enjoy it. Maybe the next day, the next couple weeks, do things to enhance your health to recover from that thing which dirtied your genes, right? That's a really important concept that I want you to walk away with. And I just bought a book, which over 1 million other people bought, and it's The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up, right? And to me, I think this is a great concept, because you need to have the ability to understand that, yeah, my choices right now aren't conducive to my health, but they're fun. So you have to know when to make that subtle choice of not giving a F word, right? So that's how your genes get dirty. Now, how do you clean them up? Well, you know how you clean them up. Your grandma tells you how to clean them up, and you have to eat healthy. You got to go to sleep. You have to keep calm. And the environment has to be, clean. You can't be walking around when somebody's spraying Roundup. If your neighbor's spraying Roundup and the wind is coming towards your house, then you should probably walk away or go over to your neighbor and say, you know what? If you just pour some white vinegar on those weeds, they're going to die just the same as Roundup, and you're not going to be hurting yourself, me, the neighbors, the cats, the dogs in the environment, or the kids running barefoot across it. So, or you can get a flamethrower, but not where it's dry and arid. So those are things that you can do to clean up your genes. And I get involved heavily in the book Dirty Genes to give that. But I also get really, really specific as well. There's general ways to clean up your genes, which we all know. The confusing part and the trouble is, if you are living the clean lifestyle and you are doing the environment and the mindset and all that, you're doing all that work. If you're still struggling, then where the book Dirty Genes really, really comes to shine is I ask you a set of questions per these 7 genes. And then when you do them, you say, okay, yeah, you know what? That gene actually looks dirty. Or, they're all somewhat dirty, but they're not all that bad. So what I do is I call what's spot cleaning. So if you're trying to scrub a shirt and, you're just using soap and water and it's not working, you might have to pull something else out. Maybe Molly's stain remover or Oxy-Brite, which isn't the best. And you're scrubbing that spot out. You might have to switch to something different, right? This concept is the same. So I give you actionable plans on how to uncover little tricks, and I'll share one today about sleep later on when we wrap this up, about some things that I learned over the years, which has been really helpful. So that's the real beauty in Dirty Genes, the basic concepts you guys all get. So I'm going to say a few questions here. Actually, before I do that, I see some questions here. Angelique posted a great question here. Does it have info on MAOA and CBS? So let me run down the genes that are covered in the book Dirty Genes. And in beginning of October, we should have the Look Inside feature on Amazon that shows you the table of contents and some snippets of some of the chapters, which is going to be really helpful for you. So hopefully I don't screw this up. The 7 genes that we talk about in Dirty Genes are, do you think MTHFR is in there? Maybe. Yeah, MTHFR is in there. All right, so MTHFR, that one's a no-brainer. That one's in there. Number two gene. Angelique, you said it. MAOA. Yes, MAOA is definitely in there. Absolutely. Now, what do you think is another gene that could be in book Dirty Genes? Let's see your thoughts here. Knock them out. What do you think? BDR? Nope. Great gene. A very, very important one. But no, it is not in the book Dirty Genes because the research is conflicting. I need to have solid information about how the genes work. And one, I'm a naturopath. I can't have fluffy things in there without research citations, right? Because I'm already under the gun. COMT, a lot of you guys are hitting COMT. Absolutely, COMT is covered, an entire chapter on COMT. And the cool thing about COMT is I think there's a benefit. There's a benefit to all these genes. There's a benefit to all 7. And I talk about that too. There's a benefit to MTHFR. There's a benefit to COMT. There's a benefit to MAOA. And what you probably haven't really heard about is that when I discuss COMT and MAOA, I talk about slow and fast. I don't talk about SNPs. I don't say the V158M. I don't talk about MTHFR 1298. I talk about MTHFR, the gene. I talk about MAOA, the gene, and COMT, the gene. And I talk about how the gene is affected. Is it slowed down or is it sped up? And in MAOA, it can be sped up and slowed down. What are the risks and benefits to each of that? How do you manage it? Well, I go through it. I give you the steps. If you have a fast MAO and you were born with the MAOA gene that's faster, well, there's things that you need to know. You need to know, I'm not going to give too much detail, but you need to know that you might have attention deficit issues. You might know that you crave carbs. You might want to know that you have a susceptibility to addictions. So these things are really, really important. Now, that's MAOA. Slow and fast COMT can be similar. You could have super focus with a slower COMT, but you could also be a little bit, more carefree and laid back with a faster one. Those are benefits to both, right? So, all right, we got MAOA, MTHFR, COMT. That's 3. We have 4 more, folks. What do you think? What do you think? Come on, let's see them. Don't be shy. We had some great things come in. GAD was mentioned. No, GAD. There actually isn't really too much clinical relevance for SNPs in the GAD gene. So GAD is a very tremendously important gene for sure, but SNPs not very clinically relevant. Come on, let's see. Not seeing the comments come in. Maybe there's a delay on my side. FOOT2 was another comment that came through. FOOT2, no, that is not in the book. Peter D'Adamo discusses that pretty at length. Oh, there they go. There we go. They're coming through. I needed to scroll. Cytochrome P450s. Ooh, yeah, those are awesome. That's a whole book, though. MAO, GST, Kina. Bam, you nailed it. GST is covered, and I cover GST and I cover GPX. So GST is glutathione transferase, and GPX is glutathione peroxidase. And I couldn't not include either of those, right? Because they're so related. Glutathione is so important. So GST is absolutely hit the entire chapter on glutathione and glutathione transferase and glutathione peroxidase. If you don't know what that is, you'll learn when we cover it in the Facebook Live session. NAT1 and 2, Christine, great guess. That is a lot of research behind those two. No, it is not. It's actually a minor player in histamine metabolism. There's a guess of what's covered in the book, histamine, but NAT1 and 2 are not in there. Oh, Sandra, you punk. You listed them all. Cheater. Love you, though. Well done. Doug Cutler, good to see you, man. I'm so thankful everything's going well for you, too. ApoE, no. Dale Bredesen, MD, wrote a great book that he just released on Alzheimer's, basically prevent and reverse Alzheimer's. And that's a bold statement, but I'm there with him. Dow, yes, Robert, he hit it. Nice job. DAO is covered. DAO is absolutely covered. That is what let me give you a hint about the 7 genes. I pick genes in dirty genes that are covered in the research very, very heavily, but not just that. I picked them where each one is in a major body system. Because, yeah, this book is about genes, but I'm also very, very tired of medicine and your doctors and possibly yourself of reductionism, right? I mean, we are one entire thing. Our blood doesn't flow separately from our immune system and the vitamins that you eat and the nutrients that you absorb from your food. And your brain isn't disconnected from your heart, and your heart's not disconnected from your brain, and your lungs are breathing in oxygen to send oxygen everywhere. But yet, what do? We reduce the body into little tiny pieces. No, dirty genes connects it all. And I will tell you, I almost stopped writing dirty genes multiple times because I didn't think it was possible to write a book like this. I really didn't. And I did not want to write a book that would be a disservice to you and help, a number of people, but also piss off a lot of other people. I didn't want to do that. So, but I figured out which 7 genes to cover. And the 7 genes that I picked cover an entire body system. Cardiovascular disease, that's a gene, which hasn't been mentioned yet. Another hint. So cardiovascular system, what gene is huge in the cardiovascular system? We discussed COMT and MAOA briefly. That's the brain. Right? So brain is huge for our health. We discussed GST, glutathione, that's our detoxification system, right? MTHFR, that's our methylation system. So what other systems have we not hit? We just started talking about DAO. DAO, our digestive system. Digestive system is a very, very big player. Microbiome was a big one. Our microbiome isn't healthy, we're not healthy. And I think I got something That's making me a little queasy right now. I don't know if I got something for my kids going back to school or my CEO, Adam, thank you very much, who got sick from a conference and dropped off my supplements, and he wasn't feeling so good. But, I've got tricks to make me keep going. I got my ginger tea here, and, make it work. So DAO is absolutely covered. All right, so we got DAO, we got MAO, we have COMT, we have MTHFR, and we have GST. We have two left. CBS, no, I loathe CBS. I will have to say that CBS gene is a very, very important gene. It helps support our glutathione. It helps support our transsulfuration. But the SNPs involved in CBS are not the ones that they're overrated. I'll just say that. They're overrated. And there's a great video. You can go to YouTube. I don't even need to write a chapter on that because I've got it on YouTube for you. Type CBS, Ben Lynch, and you can watch that. It's a really good video where you can understand what's going on with CBS. PEMT, Kina, nailed it. And I don't know if you've cheated, but hey, that's fantastic. I hope I pronounced your name properly. But Kina, PEMT is a big one. Did you know that 10% of pregnant women have sufficient choline levels during pregnancy? Right? Well, pregnant women during pregnancy, that's a duh. But yes, only 10% of pregnant women have sufficient choline levels. That's bad. We talk about folic acid deficiency causing neural tube defects. That's nonsense. Talk about that too. That's not a folic acid deficiency. Neural tube defects are a methylation deficiency. They're not a folic acid deficiency. PEMT is an amazing gene that I have helped step into the limelight. And there's tremendous research that's been out there by phenomenal researchers and doctors. And I'm sharing the research. I mean, it's been published, but nobody's reading it. Nobody's talking about it. So PEMT, what's that? Well, you'll learn in the upcoming Facebook Lives, but that's your cell membranes. Cell membranes. You think those are important? Did you know that your cell, right? Nucleus. We all think that the nucleus is the number one kingpin or queen pin, if you will, of our cells, but it's not. It's the cell membrane. The cell membrane is checks for signals. It brings in nutrients. It binds nutrients. It sends out the garbage, and it protects the inside of the cell. So if your PEMT gene isn't doing well, you're not doing well. And it's very, very significant. The fastest growing condition today, what do you think that is? The fastest growing medical condition right now, where there's going to be about 4 to 5 million liver transplants a year by the time of 2025. What is that? It has to do with the damn sugar industry. Yeah, I'm calling you out. The sugar industry, shame on you. Corn syrup industry, shame on you. The Case Against Sugar, phenomenal book. Fatty liver. Fatty liver is a huge issue. That's one of the fastest growing conditions today. You know what's associated with fatty liver? A ton of things. And it's a stepwise fashion, which I get into the book. All right, so PEMT is another gene. PEMT, MAOA, DAO. I should write these down. I'm going to screw it up. MTHFR, right? These are anyway, I already lost track. But the last gene in the cardiovascular system, a major one, what is it? Top dog in the cardiovascular system. If this gene is dirty, it can be born dirty, and I've got a buddy of mine who's got a dirty one of these, and he's changed his lifestyle big time. He's out there fighting fires for us all right now too, and he's supporting his dirty gene here. What do you think? I gotta scroll. There it is. Barbara, you got it. Barbara Myers, you nailed it. NOS3. NOS3 is what I think is a very, very important gene in the cardiovascular system. Why is that? If your NOS3 gene is dirty, your blood vessels cannot vasodilate. They cannot get bigger. And if your blood vessels can't get bigger, what's going to happen there? Strokes, high blood pressure, cold hands and feet, dizzy, headaches, And then what happens if your NOS3 is dirty? Whew, man, it's a lot of issues, and it's very common. All the SNPs and dirty genes are common, heavily supported by research, and I've worked with all of them for so long that you don't need expensive lab testing to see if they're dirty or not. And they can be born dirty. You can be born with SNPs, but they can also be gotten dirty. If you have low glutathione, your NOS3 is dirty, right? And if you're eating a high carbohydrate diet, your NOS3 is dirty. So, these things are really important. So, the leaders that I picked for dirty genes in the book, let's see if I can get this right. MTHFR, methylation. COMT and MAOA, the brain. DAO, gut health. PEMT, liver and cell membranes. Then we have NOS3 for the cardiovascular system, and we have GST and GPX for the detoxification system. And when you bundle them all together, you have a complete package of how to clean all these systems up at the genetic level. Which book has done this? I don't think any. There's phenomenal books out there that we need to know about Alzheimer's. We need to know about, thyroid problems. We need to know about cancer. But I want to talk to you about prevention, disease prevention. And there's not enough books out there on disease prevention. So, and did you know that if you have enough choline during pregnancy, that your child may not have any cognitive decline their entire life, right? That is information that you need to have. The entire life of your unborn child can be affected by what you are putting in your mouth or not putting in your mouth at pregnancy. And that's choline. 800 milligrams a day during pregnancy, that child can go through their entire life and have zero cognitive decline. That's powerful. Now, what's easier? Eating more choline during pregnancy or treating Alzheimer's, right? So that's the beauty of dirty genes. So again, if you didn't hear, since you just jumped on, we got a lot of folks on right now, and I appreciate your support. I love that you here. If you tag 3 friends, don't spam them. Tag 3 friends who you think could benefit from this information, or more. That'd be great too. But tag 3 friends in the comments below who you think could really, really benefit from this. Tell them why, and also share it to your page so your friends can see it, and just give a little summary of what we're talking about right now. We're talking about disease prevention. We're talking about not, doing this whole breakup of the human body, reductionism. That's a concept that needs to go away. Specialists are really needed in medicine, but we also need generalists. And the generalists are going away, and that's a huge problem. So, we have to bring that all back, and I believe Dirty Genes does this. So, and, I hope I already see it coming. Oh. This book was hard to write, okay? And my writer died. Did you know that she wrote most of the books in the health industry that you've read today? You know that? She wrote so many of the bestsellers that you have read already. Anybody introduce her? Very few. I dedicated Dirty Genes to Rachel Krantz. Rachel Krantz, God bless you. Amazing lady. She came up with the name, Dirty Genes. And her genes were so dirty that she couldn't make it. So it was the last book she ever wrote. And by God, I think it's the best one she ever did. So I had to share that with you. Keeping it real, like always. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, many people come to my conferences and I get a little too passionate, but obsessed. But hey, that's how it is. So we lost a great writer. Yes, I wrote the book. Yes, I wrote every chapter. Yes, I stayed up till 3 in the morning dirtying my jeans writing this damn book. But without Rachel, I couldn't have come up with the program. I couldn't have come up with the concept of quizzes to help you out. I couldn't have come up with the simple way to write it. Ben, you lost me here. She get pissed at me. She's like, Ben, what is this? What is this science? You put a snip in here. You put MTHFR C677 in the book. Readers don't care. They don't care. They want to know what to do about it. So we got in a fight. We talked about it. We calmed down because she's COMT++. She had a slow COMT and a slow MTHFR. They made her sick. She got the information too late. She got too late. So don't let it get too late for you, all right? This book, I mean, it's powerful stuff. So don't wait to get this thing. Get it in your hands. And, for 20 some bucks on Amazon right now, if you want to do that, go for it. We also have a Dirty Jeans course bundle as well that I want you to win. Tag your friends, win this thing, right? Win it. Tag 3 friends, share it to your wall, comment below. And, I look forward to being here to discuss all these 7 genes. And, I forgot. How do you know if your genes are dirty, right? How do you know that? I've created a little Dirty Jeans character quiz. And yeah, it's a marketing thing. It's for marketing. But the real thing here is I want you guys to know if your gene is working well or not. And the Dirty Genes character quiz is you can have your glutathione gene dirty. You can have your MTHFR gene dirty. You can have them all dirty. But what I want you to do for this quiz, and I'll post in the comments here when we're done. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to break it. Is I want you to do this quiz. Pick your personality type, the one that most resonates with you, and then after you do that, you're going to understand what personality type is for each of these genes. And as you're reading it, I want you to see if you can figure out which gene is dirty by reading the personality type. Let's see how good you are, because that's what I do when I used to work with patients, and that's what I do with health professionals, is I say when a patient comes in, I want them to immediately know what genes are dirty with no tests. That's how powerful it is. I was walking on my dock the other day, and actually it was, I think, many months ago. But as I was walking down the dock, or some ducks and some animals are pretty skittish. I was probably, 50 feet from this duck, and it just took off. It freaked out. It didn't want to see if I had bread or some goodies to give it. It just took off. Like, there's a human, I'm out of here. That duck, its COMT gene was dirty, right? But what did it do? It increases that duck's survivability in an environment that's potentially dangerous, right? If that duck is so skittish that it sees me from 50 to 100 feet away and it took off quickly, that COMT gene that's slow made it very alert and it took off. Yeah, it's a funny example. And here I am, a genetics nerd, analyzing the genes of ducks. But yeah. So do the Dirty Genes quiz. See if you can figure out before you submit the quiz to see what, because I'm going to give you all the answers for all of them after. But see if you can pin them out. The Dirty 7, right? Or the Super 7, we're calling them. We're not calling them the Dirty 7. We're calling them the Super 7. They're the Super 7 genes that are really, really important for you. One, it's empowering. It's an empowering book. This is not a, oh, damn, I'm doomed book. This is an empowering book, okay? And that's why it's not called the 7 Deadly Genes. So, the people who supported me on this project, I love you. I thank you very much for your support. And, but man, I am so glad we didn't call it the 7 Deadly Genes. Yeah, I get a lot of TV hype, but I'm trying to bring in people who are scared of genetics. I'm trying to bring people who don't have the money for genetic testing. I'm trying to get people excited about what genes can do for them. And I'm trying to get you to understand and empower you to understand on a genetic level of how your body systems work. And we did it. So thank you, Rachel, again, my amazing ghostwriter, and Janice, my agent, phenomenal support. You're introducing me to Janice, and Peter Diadamo for introducing me to both of them. So you're the man. Thank you. So that's it for today. And I'm going to finish my ginger tea. Leave your comments below. Again, enter to win a Dirty Genes course bundle, which is a 5-hour, I believe, video course that discusses air, food, water, and the environment, along with a hardback copy of Dirty Genes. And we also discuss the Where to Start course on genetics. It's all there. You get it all for free. Random winner chosen next time. We'll announce it probably midway through to allow quite a few people hop on, because we got a lot of people on right now, thanks to you sharing and getting the word out. And Dirty Genes, we are going to hit that New York Times bestseller list. So why? I'm trying to support my ego to hit the New York Times bestseller list? No. Because if there's someone walking in the bookstore and it says New York Times bestseller list on that book, and they're scared of genes, and it's like, God, you know what? A lot of people thought that book kicked ass, and they would buy it, and it empowers them, and they're like, God, you know, this book does kick ass. So if it says New York Times bestseller across that cover, mark my words, I'm going to make that happen, and I can't do it without your support. So once we make that happen, people are going to pick that up. They're going to be inspired to pick it up, and it's going to be a game changer to their life. So it'll be a game changer to yours. So go to dirtygenes.com right now, read about it, and you can check it out on Amazon too, and read some endorsements from other awesome authors. And, again, I thank you for your support. You guys have carried me along this way. I've been talking about MTHFR for a long time. It's about time I've done this. So I'll see you next Thursday, and we're going to be talking about MTHFR, the methylation master. Thank you again. Bye.